Hello, we are back for another TBR. I'm pretty sure that's what the iPad means, right? Yeah, we're here for the last TBR of 2022. Very exciting. And I actually have some physical books, like multiple. It's only 3, but still, it's more than normal. First off, let me say that while the title of the video, the thumbnail, and me personally right now listing off books, it will be 10 books that I have planned for December, but technically there is one more for the unofficial book club thing that Dion, H, and I do. We're gonna ignore the sound of my computer running StreamYard. It's fine. But for our book club, we read a book together, but I read a book every month. I don't know what the December one is yet, therefore I am not able to say it, and so it's not officially a part of this video. But also, this is like the last day I can film in all of November, so I'm just gonna do it now, and we'll know what the book was in the wrap up, basically. The other book club book, because I try to do 2 every month, that I do know is for Chloe's Crime Scene Corner, and that's The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell. I mean, I've wanted to read her books for a while now, and so this is just like the perfect excuse to finally pick one up. And yeah, that's the one book club one I know. And then to finish off the weekend reading vlogs for 2022, I will be finally finishing the Multi-Vampire Academy series. And reading the last book, which is why is it so thick? I mean, I know, because the way that the last one ended off, there was a lot of stuff. 588 pages, I just checked. So that's fun. I know a little bit of stuff that happens in this one, but not much. I don't really know anything. I know what one that ended couples is. That's about it. And yeah, it's exciting to finally going to finish this series after all these years, but also very scary because, like, how's it gonna end? But yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have a good time. Thankfully, it is green to match the holiday season. Love that for me. But also, it's gonna be a difficult time to read all of that in 2.5 to 3 days. But that's fine. I will tell you up above in the cards, because the links to playlists is a little too long and awkward to put in descriptions. So the links to playlists that I mentioned will be up above in the cards, starting with the weekend ones. So that's a thing. And then I have to kind of low-key explain why I'm doing another vlog, which is holiday romances. In 2020, I read a holiday romance. It was also the first Courtney Blonde I read, but it's a holiday historical romance type situation. I forget the name of it now, but like, I just read it last month. I just reread it, okay? And then in 2021, I started reading Tessa Dares because I wanted to read another holiday novella that was historical romance, and the first novella in the Spindle Co series is a Christmas holiday romance. So that's why I started to read Tessa Dares. We all know how that turned out for me. But then I also read this 898-ish page book that was an anthology of 10 short little holiday romances that were historical romances written by indie authors who had like never read anything before. It was an interesting time, okay? And so I've read a good chunk of historical holiday romances. It's a mouthful every time. But I wanna like branch out. So the first one is The 12th Night with the Earl by Anna Bradley. Did when I choose these books, was it like a year ago? Yes. So I don't remember why I chose that one. I'm also gonna read Cowboy Boots for Christmas because why not? Like, honestly, if I'm gonna read a Christmas romance, I might as well read a Christmas cowboy romance. Have a fun time. And then the third one for that is The Holiday Swap by Maggie Knox. Did I contemplate putting this in this vlog, and then last December, book of the month was like, hey, you want to get this book? And so I chose it as my book for December, purposely for this vlog, so that I could use it 1 year later for a vlog. Yes, it's a good thing I actually went along with doing book 2, because if I hadn't, what would have happened? But yeah, it's just it's your typical contemporary romance, I'm pretty sure, but around the holidays, and that's fun. So we got that for us. And then, because holidays, what are holidays colors? Green and red. I already did green for the monochromatic reading vlog series, but I haven't done red yet, so I'm doing red in December. Again, the playlist for the monochromatic reading vlogs will be up in the cards. It is not on my homepage. The playlist isn't on my homepage on YouTube, but if you go on the playlist section, it's there. Like, it's easy to find on your own in case you want to watch any of the others. I've done a few more. I think I've done 4. This is the 5th one, I believe. So there is that. I did previously in the blue one, the first one, I read a Riley Sager because his first 4 books, I think, are very monochromatic themed. I didn't read Home Before Dark. Is that the name of the green one? During the green one? Because I read that one previously. But I will be reading Final Girls. Kind of when I was thinking up books for this, that was kind of an obvious choice. So doing that one. I am going to finally read Beloved by Toni Morrison. It's been on my list for a hell of a long time. I don't remember what the original book for this vlog was, but to make it so I made sure I would read it this year and finally read it, I put it in a vlog, because that's how I have to do it sometimes. And I'm very excited to finally read it. I just wanted to read it, Toni Morrison, for the longest time, so I'm happy to finally read it. Every Night by Claudia Gray. Do I know why I want to read this? No, it's just... Listen, we don't need to talk about why. It's just a thing I want to read that will be read in that vlog. And then Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. In the Yellow Monochromatic vlog, I read Recursion by him. It was the first ever book I read by Blake Crouch that I'd ever read before. And from my understanding, Dark Matter is more popular. It was turned into a show. I haven't watched, but I know that. And I think it could be my thing. I think it could be my thing. So, you know, I'm ready for it. And then the last one is Dark Lover by J.R. Ward. The first book in the Black Dagger Brotherhood. If I remember properly, vampires. Yep, I read one sentence on the back of this, and it is vampires. If you're like, hey, that looks like it's pre-read, that's because this is a used copy I bought. I've been wanting to read this series for a while, and then I went to my favorite bookstore, and it was there. Used, of course, but like, got it for pretty cheap. I think if the romance is done in a way that I enjoy romance, I think this could be like a new favorite series, based off of what I know in my tastes, in books in general, but also vampire books, but also romances. I think this could do it. Like, this could take my place as Vampire Academy. The only reason I'm thinking of that because they're both kind of romantic and vampires, okay? But that one's YA. This is clearly adult. I'm pretty sure this is very adult. So this could take its place now that I'll be done with Vampire Academy and have a good, solid time. That is the 10 books that I plan to read, plus the one we're not going to talk about. But also, like, if I do finish the 4 books I'm reading right now, to reach my secondary goal of reading 200 books in the year, I will have to read 35 books in December. But we're not gonna talk about that. We're just gonna cry when the super long wrap up happens at the end of December, okay? And so stay tuned for any of these vlogs if they interest you, and that's about it. That's the whole entire video. It's a short one. Are we proud? That's what happens when I don't know much about any of the books. But thank you for coming to this really quick TBR. The next video that goes up should be my November wrap up, so stay tuned for that. And until then, don't forget to like and subscribe. I always forget about that. And link below is my social media, including my Instagram, Goodreads, and Storygraph. I do post reviews on all of them all at the same time for the same books. On Instagram, I also do book trackers, favorite of the months, and little updates / ratings for books that I'm reading for vlogs when I finish them. But also, if you like want to keep track of the books that I'm reading in general as I'm reading them, Goodreads is the way to go with that. But if you just like want the reviews, any of them are an option, and they're all linked below. And again, up in the cards is the monochromatic and the weekend reading vlogs playlist. So yeah, thank you all for coming to this very, very quick video. We are very happy about it. And until next time.